Hello everyone, this is lecture number 47. By mistakenly it has put as 46. So in today's lecture we are going to discuss about a production of biogas and its characteristics. In previous lecture we discussed about a digester, that means anaerobic digester. What are the process, what are the stage involved in the anaerobic digester, its type, its characteristics, its advantage and disadvantage we discussed about in a previous lecture. In today's lecture just we are going to discuss about biogas production and what should be characteristics of the biogas. Okay, so what are the characteristics of biogas? These 2 points we will cover in this today's lecture. So so everyone arise one question here, that is what is biogas first things. Okay, so biogas is what? Biogas is the methane rich flammable gas that result from the decomposition of organic waste material. Okay, biogas is what? That is a byproduct of the methane, and that methane a rich flammable gas. Okay, for example, we are using in our kitchen, in our home, that's one type of gas. That gas is nothing but the methane gas which are capable to the flammable. Okay, म्हणजेच बायोगॅस इज द ऍक्च्युअल इन मराठी कॅन से बायोगॅस इज द व्हॉट, मिथेनचा असा गॅस की तो जळू शकतो. त्याचा रिझल्ट काय असेल, तो जळण्याचा इतका रिझल्ट येऊ शकतो मिथेन गॅसचा. But from what? It's a decomposition of organic matter or organic waste material. Okay, this is a biogas. Sometimes exactly the question rises in your mind, why? So biogas. The biogas is right. Biogas is a methane or rich flammable gas that result from the decomposition of organic waste material. ऑर्गॅनिक वेस्ट मटेरियल डिकम्पोज झाल्यानंतर जो मिथेन गॅस तयार होतो आणि तो मिथेन गॅस जळणायुक्त तयार होतो त्याला आपण बायोगॅस म्हणतो. Is that clear? This is the first thing. Then biogas is produced by the anaerobic digestion. Then in previous 2 or 3 lectures, we generally discuss about anaerobic means what? Absence of oxygen. Okay, and anaerobic digestion is the what? Or we can say is that the fermentation of the biodegradable of the materials. Okay, it means the absence of oxygen, organic matter can be decomposed, otherwise it can be degraded or it can be biodegraded, such as biomass, manure, sewage, municipal waste, green waste, plant, material, or any energy process. So such type of gases which can be produced by decomposition or by degradation, which is called as a biogas. Okay, and generally biogas produced by the anaerobic digestions or fermentations. Biogas also called as marsh gas. Okay, this is a very important word or term, that is biogas is also called as a marsh gas. Biogas is a type of biofuel. So most of biogas is mostly what? It's a type of biofuels. It's a biofuel nothing but as those gas which can be flammable. It can be a fuel. In Marathi you can say it's a what? जैविक इंधन म्हणून बायोगॅस जैविक इंधन म्हणून वापरला जातं किंवा एक जैविक इंधनाचा एक भाग आहे. This type of biogas comprise primarily methane or carbon dioxide. So in yesterday's lecture, I told you what, how to make, how to create a biogas. It's comprised primarily methane and the carbon dioxide. Okay, and then we can say it's nitrogen, hydrogen, other element, but mostly focusly biogas is a comprised with methane and carbon dioxide, and this is what it is, a biogas. If you raise the question as like this, what is biogas? The answer is here. So in short, you can say that biogas is a methane or which flammable and which is from the decomposition of organic matter. And biogas also called as a marsh gas, and biogas is also the biofuel. Okay, biofuel. So this is about biogas. Then we will see here what are the composition of biogas. That is very important. What are the composition of the biogas? So in this term we can see here composition. Biogas is generated by the activity of anaerobic bacteria. So it what? Anaerobic bacteria, that is activity of anaerobic bacteria Those we are the composition depends on what? The composition of a raw material, organic loading to digester, time and the temperature of anaerobic digestion. Okay, it's a composition of what? Raw material, organic loading to digester, time and the temperature of anaerobic digestion. This is what the basically to composition purpose these things are the very important. In the composition section, we can see here what are the substances, what are the symbol, and what are the percentage when the creation of the biogas. So in the substances, we can see here this is a methane, and which is identified by CH4. Symbolically, it is identified as CH4, and in the percentage of biogas, that is 50 to 70%. Then, in the composition of the biogas, the second substance that we can see here, carbon dioxide, and that is symbolically identified by CO2, and the percentage of it in the biogas, that is 30 to 40%. Then third one substances which is present in the biogas, that is hydrogen, which is symbolically present as H2, and 5 to 10% hydrogen gas which is present in the biogas. Hydrogen is present in the biogas. Then next one substance, that is nitrogen, which is mentioned by, which is identified by NO2, 1 to 2% of a nitrogen gas are present in the biogas. And then water vapor, which is very important, and that water vapor identically, symbolically identified by the H2O, nothing but as a water vapor or water. It should be, or it may be a 0.3% present in the biogas. And last one substances, that is hydrogen sulfide, that is H2S, and which is stressfully, it will be present in the biogas. These are the some composition of the biogas in presence of these substances. And already we discussed how much percentage of substances present in the biogas. These are the composition. So mainly these above three are the very important composition in the biogas, that is methane, carbon dioxide, and the hydrogen. And fourth one is a very few percent, that is a nitrogen. Mostly methane, carbon dioxide is having a lot of percentage present in the composition of the biogas. So now we will see it here, factor affecting yield and the production of biogas. What are the factors affecting yield and how to produce the biogas? So many factors affecting the fermentation process of organic substances under the anaerobic conditions. Okay, so out of that, we can see here the quantity and the nature of organic matter. That is very important when we are producing biogas. At that time, the many factors we will consider here: a fermentation process in organic substances, like as a anaerobic condition, which is what the quantity and nature of organic matter should be known there. The temperature, which is are very important. So already such factor we've seen in a previous lecture, what governing factor for the biogas or the anaerobic digestion or digester. So in the previous lecture already there are we've seen a pH, temperature, quantity of organic matter already seen it. But once again I'm telling here, the first condition we should be know that here, that is quantity of nature of organic matter, we should know that when producing of biogas. Then its temperature is a very important factor which we consider. And yesterday's lecture already told you about what should be temperature which we maintain in the creation of the biogas or production of the biogas. Then acidity and the alkalinity is related to the pH value, and already this factor also discussed within the pH related to the pH value. You know that neutral pH is the value of the 7, and in terms of that 8, 9, 10 it will be the carbohydrates, and that the carbohydrates nothing but the organic matter which is broken down the different cell. And once the increase that fermentation is going on there, and the pH value is be the less than to 7, it will be the acidic. So that when we produce the biogas, we should be consider the condition of acidity and alkalinity of that substance. Then the flow of and the dilution of the material, and the dilution and the flow which related to the mixing of material of the organic matter, that is very important when we produce the biogas. These are the factors very important as per the fermentation process in the organic substances. So now we will see here what are the reaction exactly which is happen in the biogas production. So you can see this organic matter reactively which can be separated here reactively: CH4, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, then sulfur oxide, and the ammonia. This is a separate reaction which we used by the in the biochemical reaction which is happening in the biogas production process. Okay, organic matter broken down into number of cells, number of subcells, and at that time it used in that particular digestion, anaerobic digestion, it will be separate methane gas, carbon dioxide, hydrogen gas, ammonia, and the sulfur gas. Okay, which uses this reaction through this organic matter in anaerobic conditions of the digester. The stage now, you know that here what are the conditions should be there, pH, temperature, and the other things will be here, and what will be reaction will be happening in the production of the um, biogas. Now what are the stage anaerobic digestion? So the stages of anaerobic digestion already seen in yesterday's lecture, but once again I'm telling here. The first is what? Liquefaction, and the liquefaction will be by the done in the hydrolytic enzymes, that is a hydrolysis stage. Already we seen our four stage. Hydrolysis stage is the first one, and in that hydrolysis stage the liquefaction by the hydrolytically by the enzyme process, that means if the increases of temperature of that particular dilute mixers, at that time liquefaction may be happen there, and this is a hydrolysis process. Then second one stage, that is acid formation. The acidonologist, we can say the stage number second, third. Then number third, the that is methane formation and methogen production. These three are the very important stage, that is in biogas production. But as per the yesterday lecture, we can see here stage in the anaerobic stage. So hydrolysis stage, acidogenesis stage, then acidogenesis stage, and the methogenesis stage. So mostly in the previous slide we taken hydrolysis, acidogenics, and the methogenesis. So stage 4 is as per the yesterday lecture, the particle organic substrate, that is protein, carbohydrates, and the fat which is present in the substances. Okay, but separating or broken down in the number of different manners that we can see is a protein, and the carbohydrates can be generated here, amino acids and the sugar, and fat, that is the fatty acids. This is what acidogenesis stage. Once they can be produced such types of element of the compound, amino acids and the sugar, which can be sugar can be produced here propionic acid and the butyric acid, and the amino acid which can produce here acetic acid also. This is acidic stage, and here also fatty acid which can be converted into hydrogen, otherwise it can be converted into the acetic acid. And after the methogenesis stage, after getting these two compound, it can be convert acetic acid plus the hydrogen acid use the methane gas, that is CH4. Okay, these are the stage involved in the production of the biogas, okay, in the anaerobic digester. So now we will see here in shortly what are the types of digester. In the typical biogas system consists of the following component. What are the components? The first component, that is the manure collection, then anaerobic digester, and third one is the influent of the storage, fourth one gas handling, gas use. So above this five part, it's a component of the digester or component of the biogas productions. Okay, manure collection, that means a raw substances is required, so collection of that. Then what are the exact types of anaerobic digester which we are produce the gas, then influence of the storage, then how to handle that gas. Then fifth one component, that is the use of gas. This is the main component of the digester. Then two main types of the digester, that is a digester utilizing dispersed growth of the bacteria, and second one is the digester utilizing attached growth of the bacteria. Okay, these two types are the very important when we are produce biogas through these two assembly, through that two unit we can produce the biogas. So what is the dispersed growth of the digester? We can see here it has the fixed dome digester, then floating gas holder digester, that is the Indian time digester, then plug flow digester, which is called as a horizontal displacement, and bag digester, which is called as the Taiwan and Korea, that is used the bag digester, and separate gas holder digester, then conventional digester. This is related to the what? This is related to the dispersed growth digester. That is the first type. Then second time, that is attached growth digester, that will be the anaerobic filter. Then second one, upflow anaerobic sludge blanket, that is called as a USBSR. And as per this term, that is very important in our syllabus point of view, that's upflow anaerobic sludge blanket. We will see in the next lecture, especially. These two direct digesters which is very important while production of the biogas. So now we will see here what are the advantages of biogas. Production of a large amount of a methane gas, that is ambient temperature storage. Okay, so production of large amount of methane gas, this is one of the advantage of the biogas production. Then production of free flowing thick sludge. Okay, it is one of the again advantage. Then odorless sludge, when we use the sludge for production of the biogas and the sludge never to give any odor, that is odorless. Then sludge can be used to fertilizer and the soil conditioner. So I want to give one example in Marathi here. So जुन्या काळातले जे शेतकरी तुम्ही कदाचित बघितले असेल तर शेतकऱ्यांकडे खूप प्रकारात गाई म्हशी सारखे जनावर पाळल्या जायचे, प्राणी पाळल्या जात होते आणि त्यांच्या ज्या शेणापासनं तिथे एक असेंब्ली तयार करायचे, त्याला बायोगॅस प्लांट म्हणायचे. आणि त्या बायोगॅस प्लांटला जे काही शेण असायचं, त्यांचा जो एक्सक्रिटा असायचा जनावरांचा किंवा प्राण्यांचा किंवा animal चा एक्सक्रिटा असायचा, त्या एक्सक्रिटा ॲज अ रॉ सिवेज म्हणून यूज करत आणि त्याच्यापासून बायोगॅस क्रिएट करायचे. आणि एकदा का तो बायोगॅस क्रिएट झाल्यानंतर जे रिमेनिंग स्लज असेल त्या एक्सक्रिटाचा, तो स्लज मोस्टली ॲग्रिकल्चर पर्पजसाठी यूज करायचा, कारण खत यासाठी किंवा फर्टिलायझर यासाठी, खत म्हणजे फर्टिलायझर यासाठी यूज केला जातो किंवा सॉइल कंडिशनर इम्प्रूव्ह करण्यासाठी फॉर फार्मिंगची ते स्लज यूज केलं जातं. ओके, दिस इज वन ऑफ द ॲडव्हान्टेज हिअर. Then sanitary way for a human and the animal waste disposal. Okay, it may be used as a sanitary way for the human as well as animal waste as a disposal also. Just I told you the example of that. Then conservation of a scarce resource like wood. Okay, so many of time this biogas as a used as a scarce resources like wood. जुन्या काळातल्या लोकांच्या काळात गॅस वगैरे होता किंवा नव्हता, तर मोस्टली त्यांचा रिसोर्स पर्सन जे काही होता किंवा एनर्जी रिसोर्स जो होता फायरिंग करण्यासाठी जे काही जंगलातले लाकडं असायचे किंवा या प्रकारे तो गॅस क्रिएट करून ते ॲज अ रिसोर्स म्हणून यूज करायचे. Okay, these are the advantages. Now we will see here some disadvantage of the biogas. Explosion chances. So there are create the methane gas and they may chance to the explosion suddenly. Okay, or due to the temperature increase, it can be explosive, can be explosion may be happen there. Okay, this is one of the disadvantage. High capital lost. The incorrect handling of a liquid sludge cause the pollution. If there is incorrect handling of the sludge, it may be causes of the odor, smell, or the pollution. Require control and the maintenance. It's very hard to require control and the maintenance. Needs of proper condition. Okay, to maintain the needs of proper condition, this is one of the disadvantages. And use of fuel require renewal, carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfur. Okay, if you use the fuel requires a biogas as a fuel require use as a biofuel, at that time should we have to remove carbon dioxide and the sulfur, hydrogen sulfur. Okay, this is the one of the disadvantages which we've seen here. So in today's lecture we've seen here the how to produce the biogas, what are the stage involved in the biogas, what exact meaning of biogas, what are the type of biogas. Okay, then we've seen here what are the advantages and disadvantages of biogas. So I conclude here today's lecture. Hope you well understood through this lecture. Thank you very much.